Kijaluo pin. Wanatueng mpaka kwa Kijaluo. All right, welcome to the program tonight. This is Lookup News, Monday, the 17th of April. It is always a pleasure to bring you up to date with the news making headlines across the country. My name is Brian Amwai. Our sign language interpreter tonight is Josephine Ouko. These are the top stories tonight. Tonight on Lookup News, Eliud Kipchoge takes the 6th position in the Boston Marathon as Evans Chebet defends his crown in 2 hours, 5 minutes and 54 seconds. Also tonight, prices of unga drops from 200 to 159 per 2 kg pack in major stores. Israeli prayer answered. 7 more people rescued from the Shakahola religious cult by local leaders.
Mtoto unachua alikuwa mpendwa sana wa baba yake.
Mwenye atanisikia anisaidie. Sababu hata sina penye nitaanzia na penye nitamalizia.
And 11-year-old grade 5 pupil dies during the final send-off of her father in Kakamega County. All right, now we do welcome you to be part of the program tonight by engaging us on our socials. That is at Amwai Brian on Twitter, at Lookuptv. The hashtag we're using tonight is Lookup News rather. And we are also live on Facebook and on YouTube. You can send your feedback on those particular platforms, and I'll be sampling some of your feedback as we continue with the program and at the end of it. All right, let's start with some good news. Evans Chebet of Kenya emerged from a talented field that included world record holder Eliud Kipchoge to win his 2nd consecutive Boston Marathon with a time of 2 hours, 5 minutes and 54 seconds. Now, Chebet, who is 34 years of age, let me just take that again. Chebet, who is 34 years of age, outdueled both Gabriel and Benson Kipruto, who finished 2nd and 3rd respectively, to become the first repeat winner of the men's race in Boston since Robert Kipkoech Cheruiyot won 3 in a row from 2006 to 2008. Away from that to a dramatic event in the country, Land's Chief Administrative Secretary Kimani Ngunjiri was on Monday disarmed after he shot and injured one man in a dramatic incident in Nakuru. It is alleged that the CIS was confronted a group of about 100 people on a disputed piece of land. Now, Rift Valley Region DCI Chief Francis Wanjau confirmed they confiscated a Seska pistol from Ngunjiri following the morning drama.
Wewe unagonga mtu na risasi, unagonga ule mwingine na miti, kwa nini wewe ni mheshimiwa wa kusaidia ama wewe ni mtu ya kukuja kunyanyasa?
Hiyo shamba sio yake. Naye alikuwa mbunge wa pande hiyo ya Bahati na huko ni Subukia, na sijui nini anaulizaga watu wa Subukia.
Shida mgurume ya risasi imetoka wapi? Mimi nikatoka. Nilipotoka hivi tulikutana na yeye kwa pensi yetu tu hivi. Kuna mali imejificha kidogo. Tukakutana na yeye hivi. Nilipokutana na yeye akanichukulia mti. Kunichukulia mti na mimi nikachukua mkono hivi. Alikuwa anataka kunigonga kichwa. Nikachukua nikajikinga hivi. Nilipojikinga akanigonga. Ndio nilipata mkono nikaanguka chini.
Now, to the cost of living, a spot check by Lookuptv has revealed that the prices of unga in major stores remain the same, despite a tweet by State House spokesperson Hussein Mohammed indicating that the prices had come down. Now, this comes just a day after President William Ruto promised to reduce the price of the basic commodity as pressure is piled on the government by the Azimio coalition to reduce the cost of living. The cost of unga in the country has been a subject of debate in the political arena and the general public. Different people decrying the high cost of unga, which has been retailing for 200 shillings and above. A tweet by State House spokesperson Hussein Mohammed on Monday gave the indication the prices had come down. Hussein tweeted, "Unga prices have started going down just as President William Ruto had assured Kenyans over the weekend. Prices have dropped to 159 and 160 shillings, depending on the millers." When the president assumed office last year, a 2 kg packet was retailing at approximately 230. End of quote. However, a spot check by Lookuptv shows that in major stores across the country, the prices of this basic commodity remains the same, ranging from 194 to 250, depending on the millers and the brand of the maize flour. The common brands of unga that Kenyans are used to still maintain a high price from when the president took power. And newer brands like the one pictured by the State House spokesperson seem to have a reduced price. A spot check revealed that 2 kgs of Pembe maize flour retails at 207, Jogo maize flour retails at 212, Ndovu maize flour retailing at 210, Soko retailing at 207, Raha maize flour retailing at 256, Ajab maize flour retailing at 199, Dola maize flour retails at 220, with Umi maize flour retailing at 194. The supposed new prices being thrown around by government officials are just but a wish list of what is on the ground. For example, the 2 kg of Umi flour, which is said to be retailing at 155 and 159 depending on the stores, is currently retailing at 194 in major stores in Nairobi. Another brand that was published is the Ajab maize flour, which is said to be retailing at 164 and it's currently retailing at 199 at Quickmart stores and 200 at the Carrefour. However, there is still hope for Kenyans after President William Ruto promised to have the prices reduced this week. This comes after a ship carrying 48,000 tons of white maize docking at the port of Mombasa over the weekend and reviving the hopes of Kenyans to have the cost of maize flour come down. The retailers, however, say the reduced prices will not be immediately and could take some weeks as most of them still have maize flour in store. With bipartisan talks yet to start, Azimio Coalition are adamant to only start a conversation after the government promises to reduce the prices to 100 shillings. Brian Amwai, Lookuptv, Nairobi. All right, now still on matters the cost of living. In today's Your Opinion Matters, we sampled Kenyans' views on the government's plan to reduce the price of unga. Let's listen in to what they had to say.
Raisi, mimi naweza kusema kwamba niko na furaha iliyo kuu, lakini vile tumesikia tangazo kutoka kwa rais wetu mpendwa, hiyo bei naomba sana ashukishe tena iwe kama samani. Akishukisha iwe kama samani, hakika tutakuwa na furaha.
Nimenunua saa hii unga itafika 150. Unga iko 200 shillings. So mtu ukikaa kama ni president ama nani, promise watu wale kama umetangaza inafaa kushuka immediately. Haijaingia.
The price in flour, the reduction in price in flour is a good thing, but not for the long run, because in the long run, that 150 shillings for the flour is not conducive to those who are earning average amount of salary or amount of income. So yeah, I think as the government, it can do better, so it can increase and ensure that it captures the ones who are earning lower.
Angetushukishia sisi watu wa chini karibu, ashukishe tu kila kitu juu, kila kitu imepanda, kila kitu iko juu, kazi nazo zimekuwa balaa ipatikani, masomo nayo ukiangalia watoto wako shule, school fee iko juu, kila kitu imeenda mrama. Kwa hivyo atuangalie sisi kama Wakenya wa chini aweze kushukisha hizo vitu karibu.
Na kama fuel iko bei ya juu, uwezi ukashukisha unga kama hujashukisha fuel. So kitu tunakuomba sisi, shukisha fuel, watu wa matatu na wao wafanye kazi yao, watu wa kusafirisha mizigo na wao wafanye kazi yao, ili hii Kenya ikuwe ni nchi ambayo inajenga economy.
Unga ishuke, sukari ishuke, mafuta ya kupika ishuke,
Despite a myriad of economic challenges in the country, these are some of the viewpoints expressed by Kenyans in regards to lowering of flour prices nationwide. Innocent Ogaro, Lookup TV.
Right, to matters faith, 7 more people have been rescued at Shakahola cult as leader and pastor of controversial Good News International Church, Paul Mackenzie, is set to appear in court. Now, the 7 were rescued on Sunday night in efforts to put in place by Alduwad, member of County Assembly Samson Zia Kahindi, who drove them to the Malindi police station. Audrey Cherotich with this story.
4 people died of suspected starvation while 10 others were rescued on Thursday night after police raided a house in Shakahola village in Kilifi County. And once again Sunday night, another 7 members were rescued from the Shakahola religious cult, where people are allegedly being starved to death to become heroes after death.
Kwa majina naitwa Mheshimiwa Samson Zia Kahindi, mwakilishi wa wadi ya Adu Magarini constituency, Malindi sub-county. Saa hii tumenusuru na saa hii ukiuliza na wale kuna vijana ambao tuliwaleta juzi wiki iliyopita, pale kama wameonyesha ishara ya kukimbia, wanafungwa kamba za nyuma na miguu. Wakifungwa sasa wao kama pengine wanaweza kuninia hata kushikwa koo na kunyongwa na kumalizwa pale.
At the Malindi police station, family members of Mackenzie's victims gathered with the hopes of finding their relatives. Some said that they had seen their kin in the media after being rescued, but they were yet to see them face to face.
Lakini tulienda tukapata vile huyu anasema huo jambazi tulioshuhudia. Tulipata jamaa 10 wameingia kwa msitu hivi. Wana mapanga, kila mmoja ana panga. Sasa walipoona polisi ndio wakazima. Walikuwa wataka kutupamia.
A team of detectives from Nairobi are said to be on their way to Malindi, accompanied by the government pathologist, so that they can visit the crime scene and exhume 2 bodies as ordered by a Malindi court 2 weeks ago.
Mchana wote tukalala Malindi, tukaamkia hapa kwa kituo hiki cha Malindi. Kiomba serikali yetu tusaidie tuweze kuona wenzetu hata kama wamekufa. Watutolee tuende tuwapumzishe, maana mioyo yetu itakuwa imetulia tusipowaona.
Police will be seeking to be granted more time to hold Mackenzie as they gather more evidence against him in a cult-like religious ritual where people fast until they die so that they can see God. Audrey Cherotich, Lookup TV.
Now, away from that, a family in Naivasha is seeking support and justice after their son was tortured a year ago after circumcision, leaving him with loss of speech, partially paralyzed, and with a bill of 1.5 million Kenya shillings. Now, 15-year-old Paul Mureithe's life was changed after a visit by youth who hit the Class 8 student on the head as part of the traditional harassment that occurs to newly circumcised boys. David Alex with this particular story.
The family of Paul Mureithi in Naivasha is now seeking justice after the son was tortured a year ago after circumcision, after a visit by youths who hit the Class 8 student on the head as part of the traditional harassment left the boy with loss of speech and partial paralysis. The fatal blow had the minor rushed to Naivasha's Sub-County Hospital in March 2022 in serious condition before being transferred to Kijabe Mission Hospital for specialized treatment.
Mimi hata wakati tuliingia huko sikuona mtoto tena. Ndio mtoto alikuwa hali mbaya. Mambo ya bill ama pesa yenye tulikuwa tumeongea 100 tuwekelee. Mimi hiyo hawakuuliza juu walipeleka huyo mtoto alikuwa hali mbaya, walikuwa anasema hii mtoto tukishindwa na kufanya hivyo, huyo mtoto atatuacha.
According to the father, Joseph Kimani, a CT scan found out that his son had internal injuries on the head and he was taken to the theater and later to the ICU for 2 months. Speaking in their home, the quarry worker said that he had to abandon his job and join the minor in the hospital for months as doctors moved to save his life.
Si tunaweza taka usaidizi ndio mtoto maisha yake iendelee, kama ni therapy iendelee, afanywe therapy, kama ni hizo dawa juu zingine zilikuwa za misisi za nini dia muke tukashido. Kuna chakula alikuwa ameandikiwa special dia pone haraka, tukashidwa kununua. Hiyo kliniki hatumpelekagi, lakini bado wenye walimpiga iko DCI kutoka Nairobi, tuko baka na barua yao. Barua ili walituambia mtoto akipona asirudishe memory, mtoto atasema ni nani.
The mother, Lydia Warogoro, said that the attack had adversely affected the family, who had to sell all their livestock and property to cater for the medical expenses. According to a medical report from Kijabe Hospital, the boy had a significant degree of anxiety and stress related to the trauma. David Alex, Lookup TV.
All right, now a family in Shinyalu constituency, Kakamega County, is mourning the death of their 11-year-old daughter who collapsed and passed on during her father's funeral, who died in a road accident. Yan Ketani now files this particular story.
It is an incident that took the mourners by surprise, a somber mood engulfing Mukumu in Shinyalu constituency after a grade 5 student collapsed and died during her father's funeral. The family was forced to halt their father's funeral to transfer the body of their daughter to the morgue in a case of lightning striking the same place twice.
Tunajiandaa kwa mambo ya masishi, watu wanafika, tunajipanga panga. Mtoto akasema kichwa inamuuma. Tukaamua kumpeleka mtoto hospitali. Tulimpeleka hospitali ambapo ni Sheyo hapa Kaega. Tulipofika tu hospitali, mtoto alizitiwa. Daktari akasema tumweka kwa kitanda. Lakini haikuwezekana. Wakati daktari anajipanga, mtoto akazimia. Mtoto kuzimia hivyo, daktari anaenda kuita mwingine, wanarudi, wanatuambia mtoto ametuacha. Ilikuwa confusion kubwa sana.
According to Gertrude Mushira, the deceased mother, the incident occurred at around 9 a.m. in the morning as she urged well wishers to chip in as the family struggles to make ends meet.
Mwendo wa saa 3. Mtoto alikuwa tuko kwa mazishi ya mzee na mtoto anakufa saa 3 asubuhi. Sasa sina la kusema, ila tu mtoto ako na miaka 11. Naomba tu mwenye atanisikia anisaidie, sababu hata sina penye nitaanzia na penye nitamalizia. Hata mzee hakuwa na kazi, alikuwa akifanya tu sibarua. Hata bila ameniachia watoto, sijui nitaanzia wapi, nitamalizia wapi. Mzee ameacha watoto 10 na mmoja ameaga.
As the family struggles with the tough economic times, the deceased brothers are calling on the area leaders and the county government of Kakamega to chip in and help with funeral arrangements.
Mtoto unajua alikuwa mpendwa sana wa baba yake. Ni mtoto ambapo baba yake akisema kitu ni mtu wako close naye sana. Sasa ni kitu alipikwa na shock kustuka babake ameaka, kwa sababu ni mtoto ambaye tumeenda naye kwa moshari akiwa hai. Tumetoka huko tumekuja kwa poma, mtoto ametanzi, ilikuwa na utamatuni hapo, mtoto ametanzi mzuri. Mtoto nimemwacha hapo kwa kiti asubuhi saa 2, saa 3 mtoto anaenda hosi, saa 5 mtoto anatuacha.
Tulikuwa naomba county government of Kakamega, our MCA Charles Luanga, our beloved MP Fred Kana, and Senator Halwale, and our governor mtushike mkono. Kitu ambayo tulikuwa tumekusanya yote imesaidika kwa matanga ya baba yetu. Tulikuwa nasema tukuje tusaidie familia ili tuendeleze hii matanga.
Ian Kitani, Lookup TV.
Right now, that story by Ian Ketani takes us to a fast break here on the program. Don't go too far. Continue engaging us on our socials. At Amwai Brian, that is on Twitter at Lookuptv. The hashtag we're using tonight is Lookup News. You can tell us where you are watching us from and what you think about the stories that we are running today. Also, we are live on Facebook. Be sure to send your feedback there and I'll be able to sample some of it as we continue with the program tonight. We take that break and we'll be back in a few.
Mjamba, imefika. Kamata mita na moti instant na loto. Oh my goodness. Hii April unaweza jishindia 1 million. Oh yes, unajishindia every hour. Na shopping voucher kwa wingi. Hii ni zile za 100k. Unajishindia every day, every hour. Alafu kuna grand mega jackpot. Hii ni ile ya 200 mili. Unajishindia every Wednesday and Saturday. Motoka, gari. Moti mimi nikibishinda ni waru, kubeba waru, mafoga, waru. Wewe ukipepa waru, mimi nabeba makuku na ukali, tunachanganya. Kamata mita na moti. Instant na loto.
Unangoja nini? Cheza Lotto, it could be you. Nenda kwa M-Pesa paybill number 777-000. Andika neno Look kama account number. Cheza na kati ya shilingi 50 hadi shilingi 2,000 na ushinde sasa. Round hii ni more draws, more cash and big wins na Lotto.
Over 18s only. Gaming can be addictive. Play responsibly. This message has been approved by the BCLB.
Hey darling, are we still on for a coffee date?
I'm waiting for you to come and pick me up.
I should be able to pick you in a few.
It's a coffee yogurt date?
It's not just a yogurt. It's royal coffee yogurt.
Flow with the sweet taste of thick and smooth Royal Fresh coffee yogurt. Royal Fresh, the royal taste of freshness.
Are you looking for a renowned institution of academic and professional excellence to kickstart your career? Then join KIPS Technical College, a top NEC, CASNEP, NITA, HRMPEB and KISIM examination center in Kenya, fully accredited by TVET Authority. We offer high-quality hands-on training in engineering, hospitality, tourism, journalism, ICT, business, accounting, hairdressing and beauty, health sciences, community development and foreign languages, and have placed over 26,000 graduates in employment since 1994. Admissions for April intake is ongoing. Call 0720813113 or visit any of our 6 campuses located within Nairobi. KIPS Technical College, your sure path to success.
We as Novena United Circle are a society that is able to provide a platform for business startups by providing financial aid to members and creating a platform to accumulate their savings. We look for small business entrepreneurs who are starting a business venture and provide the best opportunity to expand our business niche and turn it into something big. For more information, call us on 0768 757 956 or WhatsApp us on 0734 832 430. Novena United Circle. Tuungane pamoja.
All right, thank you so much for staying with us here on Lookup News. Let's continue with the program tonight. Now, the Senate Energy Committee has begun an investigation on the Lake Turkana wind project, now in a bid to solve the rise of the cost of electricity in the country. Appearing before the committee, the management of LTWP was faced with tough questions where they were required to explain on the 167 million euros paid to the project by the government.
All these processes that you go through, invitations before houses of parliament, committees of parliament, it is not that our intention is to harass you as a company or even you as an individual investor. Ours is to find answers because, fortunately for you, I can frame these questions for you in this manner that you can be able to respond to them. You have lived in that region yourself. What is the average per capita income in Marsabit County? Have you ever had a conversation with those people? It is for you to explain those things to their representative, Senator Chute, here, so that he can break it down for them, because for many of the people we represent, these things that you're talking about don't make any sense.
Contractor that was procured, and that replacement contractor then completed the line in whatever number of months thereafter. Not that we did not offer, and I say this with great pride, we stood very tall and very close to Government of Kenya before we pressed the button and asked for a negotiation.
Does it really not disturb you that what you are demanding to be paid is more than the cost of electricity, just the fine?
Because I would have expected that you would go back to your finances and seek a moratorium on when you can start repaying them, saying that there is a delay here. You know, on your part, I'm happy that you're saying that you completed on time because you do not want to pay any penalties. And people would have come to you to say, pay these penalties. But don't you think that you should have also been concerned?
Now, across the borders, 100 people have so far died in the continuing conflict in Khartoum, Sudan, between the Sudanese army and the paramilitary group Rapid Support Forces, RSF, as the battle for control of the country intensified. Now, the Intergovernmental Authority on Development, IGAD, has called for an immediate cessation of hostilities between the warring parties in Sudan. Now, President William Ruto asked IGAD leaders to take a firm position to restore peace in Khartoum. Now, the leaders called on the Transnational Sovereign Council General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan and General Mohamed Hamdan Dagalo to stop the war and return to the negotiation. Now, IGAD resolved to send South Sudan President Salva Kiir, Kenya President William Ruto, and Djibouti Ismail Omar, now President Gulei, at the earliest possible time to reconcile the conflicting groups. They said stability in Sudan is key to the social and economic stability of the region.
Because of where we are and the real danger that Sudan faces today with the sporadic fighting, and therefore I have 3 suggestions to make. That number 1, as IGAD and as heads of state, that we ask for an immediate cessation of hostilities between the combatants. Number 2 is to move with speed and conclude on this one matter, on the matter that is causing this whole problem. We provide a mechanism as IGAD, together with our partners, on how this single matter of integration of RSF is resolved. The timeline is resolved. We should not allow this single matter to torpedo the whole agreement and the efforts of many Sudanese people, Sudanese institutions, IGAD, AU, and the UN. We should not allow this to go down the drain. We should resolve that single matter as a matter of urgency. And number 3, that we need to send a high-level delegation to Khartoum as and when it is practically possible, but in any case, at the earliest possible, to undertake this final push for an agreement and to also ensure that the agreements that have already been reached are eventually concluded.
All right, now let's get sporty tonight. KCB registered another important win of 2-0 against Wazito in the 25th round of the FKF Premier League match held at Moi International Sports Centre, Kasarani. Kennedy Owino and Kevin Okumu netted for the Bankers in the first half to secure all the 3 points. All right, now away from that, William Kamau and Faith Kamau emerged the overall winners of the Chairman's Golf Tournament in the men's and women's categories respectively. Now both over 167 golfers who participated to be crowned the champions in the tournament held at Naivasha Golf Course.
This is a very big event for Naivasha. We are trying to expose this town to tourism through golfing, through hospitality, and that is why we have invited people from all categories. Public golf course, anybody who wants to come and pray here, you are welcome. And we invite all the people from Naivasha, and we are reciprocating. We are partnering. Reciprocation in golf is like partnering with about 10 other golf courses in the country. So when you're in Mombasa or you are in Kisumu, you can pass by and pray in this course.
In the last chairman's event, but I was not able to defend my title today. It was a tough event. And you know, sometimes when you have a lot of population, you have something we call hold up in golf. So we are happy for the population that comes, but sometimes we say, we enjoy the golf, though you don't have to be the winner.
All right, now Uasin Gishu County has named a team of 24 players who will participate in the Inter-County Under-23 tournament in Tharaka Nithi County. Now the tournament will take place on the 24th to the 28th this month.
Vijana wetu, na hii ni kukuza talanta, na si talanta tu, pia kuambia vijana yetu na kuhamasisha kwamba talanta pia huwa inalipa. Talanta inaenda na hela, na tumekuwa na hii ya valuable kwa sababu hapa tunajua ni champions ya kukimbia, na pia tunataka tukue champions kwa kila aina ya mchezo.
Raw talents being identified here, and I want to thank the county government of Uasin Gishu. The UDA administration, we are keen to develop talent. That is why you saw His Excellency President William Ruto started by creating the Talanta Hela board, which is mandated to ensure that sports in Kenya is monetized.
All right, that's where we wrap it up here on the program. But I'm a nice person. I do always read your feedback like I promised earlier. So I want to go through what you've texted here on the program. Celine Nyangere says, watching. Thank you so much for tuning in. Quincy Akado, I'm watching from Nairobi. Thank you so much for your time, Quincy. Pablo Moja, Ruiru is watching. Thank you. Thank you. We do appreciate your feedback. And Joseph Simiyu, keep up the good work. We don't take your feedback for granted. Thank you so much for taking your time and watching the program tonight and believing us and trusting us to bring you up to date with the news making headlines across the country. On behalf of everyone that has made this program a success tonight, I do want to thank you so much for watching. Up next is Lookup Business with Simba, Elijah Charles Kiage.
Why Malindi? Any idea why the A-list celebrities, politicians choose Malindi as a destination? Is it the sandy, spotless white beaches, the rhythmic, relaxing oceanic waves, or is it the great potential investment opportunity that Malindi has to offer? Dagmar learns we are here with a variety of projects from as low as 99,000 shillings. You get an eighth of an acre with ready